Friends, here is one more concept we need to learn. This is about the KAM. That means key audit matters. Key audit matters are explained in detail in Standards and Auditing number 701. Communicating key audit matters in independent auditor's report. We will be understanding what is this KAM or key audit matters. These are the matters that in auditor's professional judgment were of most significance in the audit of financial statements of the current period. That means there are certain matters which auditor feels they are most significant. As per auditor's professional judgment, they are very significant matters. These key audit matters are selected from the matters communicated with those charged with governance. So as you know, earlier we have already discussed who are the people referred to as those charged with governance. Right? TCWG earlier we have already discussed where these people, certain factors needs to be communicated to these people. And these key audit matters also required to be communicated with these people. Okay, how this will be communicated? Not only that has to be communicated, this key audit matters or KA also needs to be communicated in audit report itself. As you see, what the standard says, auditors shall describe each key audit matter using appropriate headings. So in the audit report itself, auditors shall describe these are the key audit matters. Appropriate headings, normally audit report contains a paragraph saying key audit matters. Well, in the meantime, let me show you some audit report where you can understand how it looks like, what are these key audit matters. Should I show you a report? Just give me a moment. I'm trying to share with you. What you are seeing on the screen. Are you seeing a folder?
Yes, sir.
You are seeing a folder, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Give me a moment. I am trying to show you some audit report. Yeah, I got it. I'm trying to share with you right now. Share the screen with you. Yes. Earlier I might have shown you. See, are you seeing an audit report?
Yes, sir.
You see, this is called as the title. We'll be subsequently we'll be learning how audit reports can be made, detailed components of audit report. Right now, I am giving you a brief. This is called the title of the audit report. Every audit report should have a title like this: independent auditor's report, or report of an independent auditor like this. It must have an address. It must be addressed to an audit. It must be properly addressed. Here, it is addressed to the members of a particular company. Okay, report on the audit of the standalone financial statement. Here, first paragraph you see qualified opinion. Opinion is given. Next paragraph, basis of qualified opinion is given. Why that qualification is given, that is explained here. There must be some issues which are because of which it is qualified. After that, you see there is a paragraph. Can you read this paragraph with the appropriate heading? It is mentioned. Can you read it here? What is written here?
The key audit matters.
Key audit matters. Okay, now please read the paragraph. What is written here? Please read. I am showing you this paragraph. Please read it. Key audit
Key
matters.
audit matters are those matters that, in our professional judgment, were of most significance in our audit of the financial statements of the current period. These matters were addressed in the context of our audit of the financial statements as a whole. and informing our opinion thereon. And we do not provide a separate opinion on these matters. In addition to the matter described in the basis of our qualified opinion section, we have determined the matters described below to be the key audit matters to be communicated
in our report. Right. Now you see what is written. First, it is explained what are key audit matters. Key audit matters are those matters that, in our professional judgment, were of most significance in our audit of financial statements of the current period. This should be written. Okay, what is key audit matter? That should be explained. And auditors should say that these matters were addressed in the context of our audit of the financial statements as a whole. That means auditor has already addressed that issues. And auditors should also mention that there is no separate report for this key audit matters. How auditor has addressed it, as auditor needs to explain here. You see, are you seeing it? This will give you some practical idea how key audit matters are addressed. You can refer to any company's audit report, latest audit report, previous year's audit report. These things may not be there because these are certain latest development. But if you see a latest audit report of a company, you can find out this is one part of the audit report. You see, first point, one of the KAM or key audit matters, one point is that books of the accounts of the company are maintained electronically by use of a software. The software, in our opinion, is inadequate to generate information for preparation of financial statement. This is, you see, definitely a significant matter. The company is using a kind of software. If now you know many softwares are available through which financial statements are prepared. But because of some issues, auditor is not satisfied with the software. Auditor says, I cannot believe this software. Okay, because software is not generating adequate information for preparation of the financial statement. So is it a significant matter or not?
Yes, sir.
So auditor's professional judgment says it is a significant matter. Therefore, auditor had included this thing as in the KM paragraph. But auditor has to also say how he has addressed that issue. You see, this here it shows how the matter was addressed in our audit. Our audit procedures relating to verification of books of account includes generating output from the system for all material accounts and reconciling it with supporting records and documents maintained manually. That means in addition to these system generated accounts, auditor has also tested manual records. Based on the above procedure, we found management's assessment in determining the financial figures reflected in financial statement, which are individual material, to be reasonable. Auditor finds that it's okay, reasonable. So that means there was some issue, and how the issue was addressed, that is also written here. Similarly, one more key audit matter I am showing you. You see, the internal control system of the company needs to be strengthened, especially with reference to reconciliation of advances to suppliers, sundry debtors, sundry creditors, claims receivable, EMD from contractors, agency commission payable, excess amount of government for voluntary retired employees, and other provisions, etc. Okay, so internal control is weak. That is one more significant item which forms a part of KA. Okay. Okay. Now, now, yeah, how it is addressed? Our audit procedures relating to reconciliation of advances include balance confirmation, ledger scrutiny, and reconciliation of balances with supporting records and documents. Right. So, since internal control is weak in this area, Auditor has done independent reconciliation of these advances. Based on the above procedures, we are satisfied that the financial figures reflected in financial statements are individually reliable. Okay, did you understand this? Yes or no? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the concept of communicating key audit matters to the auditor. Key audit matters in the audit. As you can see, auditors are describe each key audit matters using appropriate subheading. Appropriate subheading was used here. Heading as well as subheading was there. In a separate section of auditor's report under the heading key audit matters. Okay, then the standard says the introductory language of this section of audit report shall state what it shall state. Now you can read this. It shall state that the key audit matters are those matters that in the auditor's professional judgment were of most significant in auditor financial statement. Whether this was stated or not. Auditing standard says it should be stated. You have already seen this was also stated. Okay. And these matters were addressed. It has also been stated that these matters are addressed in the context of auditor financial statement as a whole in the forming of auditor's opinion. It not only it should state those factors to state those matters, but also it should show how these matters were addressed. Okay. Now quickly let us see this chart where we have summarized that how to address these key audit matters. Now you see, if there is certain matter which in the auditor's opinion are most significant, it contributes a risk or it invites a risk. That means some risk is identified. You have already seen in that example, if the computerized system or the financial system doesn't provide you sufficient data to generate financial statements, definitely there is a risk in preparation and presentation of financial statement. Then auditor has to judge, has the risk been raised with the management and those charged with governance? Whether risk has been raised or not, it has not been raised, then no issue. If it is raised, then does the matter require significant auditor's attention? If it is not, it doesn't require significant attention, significant auditor's attention, then just explain why it doesn't require significant auditor's attention. No further action is required. But if it requires significant attention of the auditor, then we have to judge, is this a key audit matter? If it is not a key audit matter, then explain why it is not a key audit matter, then no further action. But if it is a key audit matter, then please explain why it is a key audit matter. Then, do you want to include the key audit matter in the opinion of independent auditor's report? Then auditors have to judge. Once auditor knows it is a key audit matter, auditor should judge whether he has to include it or yes or no. Okay. If auditor doesn't want to include, he has to explain why he is not including this thing. No further action is required. But if he has included it, then he has to also explain how he has addressed the key audit matters. Okay. Now here point is that first auditor has to judge whether it is a key audit matter or not. Okay. Auditor has to judge this thing, whether this is a key audit matter or not. And if auditor feels it is a key audit matter, that's this. It is the matter is quite significant, and auditor's professional judgment, professional experience says this is a key audit matter. Then auditor needs to include it in the audit report, and also auditor need to explain how these key matters were addressed in his audit. Did you understand this up to this? With this concept of key audit matters is over. Is it clear to you? Yes or no? Tell me quickly.
Yes, sir.